All right, everybody, welcome back to our Friday review. Looking forward to getting into some brand new research for you here today. 2 studies you are not going to want to miss. Super excited about those to bring you that evidence-based natural health. Also wanted to share with you a brand new product review. If you know someone with sleep-based issues, sleeping-based difficulty, you think they might have an oxygen issue or a sleep apnea issue, brand new device that is out now that's simply a ring that you can wear to bed to monitor your oxygen. It's the most accurate one out there. I'll share that with you here today. But before we dive into the show, I want to go over the shows you may have missed. And even before we do that, just let you know that our community fall detox is happening in just 2 weeks from now. Yes, you can choose to participate anytime, but every quarter, so every 12 weeks, we have over 10,000 people from the community join together to complete a functional medicine detox to improve their overall health, balance hormones, balance blood sugar, reduce inflammation, better help to lose weight if you're looking to lose weight. Decrease inflammation is one of the biggest things, though, that people feel. More clear-headed, better sleep, better balance, better energy. You can check it out at stephencabral.com/detox. And of course, if you get it this week, free shipping all weekend long for the holiday weekend. All right, let's dive in what you may have missed from the week. Monday's show, 5 stoic habits to overcome life's hardships. We all know that we're going to be dealing with the ebbs and flows, the highs and lows of life. These 5 habits, 5 philosophies are going to get you through that faster. Okay. Tuesday show. Can't break down histamines? Here is why. I literally give you the 2 enzymes we use to break down histamine, so naturally produced in the body. What happens if you're not naturally producing them, even if you're genetically predisposed? And then I go over about 5 specific nutrients that begin to degrade histamines naturally. You won't want to miss that show. That was 3490. 3491 was how much fiber you really need per day. It's different for men and it's different for women. Check out that show. And then I give you a plan as to how to easily implement that in your diet and even how to work up to it if you're only getting a few grams of fiber now. And then yesterday's show was why hitting the snooze button feels good, but leaves you more tired in the long run. Don't miss that show as well, especially if you're someone that's hit the snooze button a few more times than you care to admit. All right, so that's all at stephencabral.com/podcast. Let's go over our product review of the week. You know that I've been an original Oura ring wearer. I have no affiliation with the company. Like back in the day, they might send me a sweatshirt every once in a while. Like that's about it. That's my affiliation with the company. I haven't been affiliated with them or never been really affiliated with them, but it's a great company and I like to recommend them. So this little ring that I wear on my non-wedding band hand is what I'm able to track essentially all of my biomarkers with. It's the very best in the business for sleep and all that. I've got many podcasts of Oura Ring versus Apple Watch, Oura Ring versus Whoop. You can check out those shows. We'll try to link them up at stephencabral.com/3493. That's where all today's show notes will be. But I'm also going to link up these 3 specific websites because even though the Oura Ring's amazing, it does not compare in terms of accuracy for oxygen-based readings to these 3 FDA-approved devices. Technically, it's 2 with 1 more in the making, and then I'll give you my pick as of today. All right. So what is this? This is now a medical-based device that's able to read your specific oxygen readings overnight. Why this is important is that it is life-threatening and dangerous if your oxygen levels drop too low. Now, many of you have parents or grandparents that might have sleep apnea or they might have low oxygen and they need this to be monitored. This ring medically monitors it. And in clinical studies, it is shown that, and I'll give you the ring in just a moment, one of these rings' accuracy exceeded that of 2 commercially available hospital-grade reference pulse oximeters in the particular study. And in the study, let's see, there's multiple studies, 85% of users exceeded recommended use, with one wearing it for 44 consecutive nights. So they only needed to wear it for a few weeks. They kept on wearing it. That's how much they liked it. I mean, literally, it's just a ring, right? Like it looks just like the Oura Ring, right? There's really no difference. It tracks it, honestly, the same exact way, except the Oura Ring tries to be great at like a dozen different things, and this ring tries to be great at one thing. And it's easier to be great at one thing than a dozen different things. So that's it. So again, Oura Ring helps track overnight sleep, and it looks at your oxygen, but it is not a medically certified FDA-approved FDA-approved device for oxygen. Not yet, at least. Probably will be in the future, but not yet. And so what are the commercially available rings? There are two right now out. One is called Happy Sleep at happysleep.com. Again, no affiliation, no sponsorships. evmed.com is the other. That's my current pick right now because to me, they've shown me that, not shown me directly, but as I'm doing the research myself independently, this is who I've seen have the best independent research during clinical trials. And then it appears that ApneMed is in the process of actually developing a ring as well. So two companies right now. Check out Happy Sleep. Check out EVMed. I'm going to link them up at stephencabral.com/3493. And just to let everybody know, I'm not providing medical advice, medical treatment plans, medical diagnosis, medical cures, any of those things over the show. But those links are for FDA certified devices. And so there we have it. All right. Let's get into our research for the week. What I'm going to be doing going forward is either bringing you a book that I've loved for the week or a product review that I think that you need to know about, not inundate you with so many different things, but really things that you can take action on. You probably know one person in your life with lower oxygen, sleep apnea, etc. That ring, they want to speak to their doctor about it. They might want to look into it. All right. Research studies, same exact thing. I want to bring you two a week. I love reading research, and not everybody does. That's great, right? Like, I don't like looking at taxes, but there are people who do. So those people could be my tax advice people. But for me, I love looking at health-based research, and I want to bring you just a couple that I think you should know about, right? For you or for loved ones. All right. So title to this one I wanted to give you is Strong Legs Equal a Long Life. All right, let's take a look at what it actually showed. Almost 2 million participants. If you want the exact stats, 1,907,580 participants that tested their leg-based strength. And then they looked at overall all-cause mortality. So let's go through it right now. Individuals with higher, essentially quadricep strength, so knee extension strength, experienced a 14% lower risk of death compared to those with lower strength. And I'll link up the study for you. Additionally, the same meta-analysis noted a 31% reduced risk of death for those with higher hand grip strength. Okay, so I've heard of the hand grip strength before. Some of that, to be honest with you, is, well, I don't think people should just go out there and train their grip strength, right? Because you can get really good at getting a stronger grip, but I don't know that's necessarily going to allow you to escape death by, 31% less than your cohort or others, your age. What I think that it probably means, because I like to be honest and unbiased about this, is that healthy people typically do exercise, they eat a more anti-inflammatory diet, they took nutritional supplements, they try to sleep well. They're probably not working their grip strength. They're probably overall healthier individuals. Therefore, they have a stronger grip strength because their neuromuscular system, which is the nervous system innervating your muscles, to be able to squeeze is very good. So I wouldn't just work on grip strength. I would work on overall health and, yes, exercise. Now, the leg one to me is a little bit more interesting. And that is because fall prevention becomes paramount over the age of about 60, 65 years old, because so many people, not only are they losing bone, right, osteopenia and osteoporosis, but when they fall, they do break a hip or they have to go into rehabilitation. They're never really the same. So leg strength, especially if you're literally exercising and you're doing like one-legged exercises, balance exercises, squats, deadlifts, step-ups, just again, like nothing too heavy, nothing too crazy, is enough to keep the bone strength going and your neuromuscular strength. So I'm a big advocate of this. I mean, I like both of the studies. Both the studies are true. It's true. It's not that they're not. It's just probably the grip strength doesn't come from actually training your grip. It probably comes from doing all of the things a healthier person would do. All right. But important, train those legs twice a week, I think is a good amount of time to be able to do strength training, full body workouts. If you can get in 3 times, amazing. But 2 times is going to suffice. That's what the research shows. Monday and Thursday, Tuesday and Friday, just keep them a few days apart. All right. So that you get all the benefits. All right. So that is that. Really credible research. Research number 2. This was a strange one. Wanted to bring it to you. We've heard about all sorts of Ozempic face before, right? People are losing a lot of body fat in their face and they're feeling more sunken in because these semaglutides or Ozempic drugs, Wegovy, etc., they help obviously with weight loss, right? But they come with a lot of different side effects, potential thyroid issues, digestive issues, gastroparesis, potentially eyesight issues. They don't come, they don't come free, right? There's obviously there's a cost of like $1,000 a month, but also they can come with side effects. Well, the latest one being reported, now I will say, and because again, I like to be unbiased and be fair about it, is that there are only a few cases coming in, but now they are starting to come in and people are making connections because doctors or dentists are starting to wonder. Because here's what it is. It's called Ozempic Mouth. It can affect the drying out of the mouth, causing cracking teeth. It can also cause TMJ and overall dry mouth. The other notifications, I guess, by dentists will say are bad breath, gum irritation, enamel erosion, cavities. So there we have it. So if you feel your mouth and teeth are becoming more dry, you're getting more dry mouth, this can absolutely affect, your teeth can and will crack the drier your mouth gets. Saliva is a very protective fluid of the body. So if you're feeling this, great, mention it to your dentist, but also mention it to your doctor, the one that's prescribing the semaglutide-based drug, the Ozempics, okay? Really important that, again, just public service announcement, if this is happening to you, then please bring it up with your doctor. It is not most likely going to resolve on its own. So you want to be careful. Maybe start to look into more natural methodologies, something like the GLP-1 tone system, which enables you to get a lot of the appetite suppression, weight loss without all of the Ozempic-based side effects. So something to look into. Hopefully today's show was helpful. Let me know if there's any questions. I'll link up the research as well as the products today at StephenCabral.com/3493. And we'll be back tomorrow answering our community's questions. Take care, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning into today's show. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure that you're getting our daily content, not missing out on anything functional medicine, wellness, weight gain, weight loss, anti-aging, living longer, stronger, and all of the most cutting-edge research. And if there's any topics you want to hear, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Take care.